Hey, ladies, welcome to Messy Money Topics. It is officially Money Monday. And why didn't y'all tell me these bridesmaids' budgets are out of control? That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to put in our 90-second countdown here, give you a chance to come in, like the video, and then I will see you on the other side of the intro. Welcome to Black Women Making Money. We are the home of the upwardly mobile Black woman. For exclusive content and invitations to our Inner Circle Zoom meetings, which happen on a monthly basis, you can sign up for free for our email newsletter at bwmakingmoney.com. That's bwmakingmoney.com. Hey, ladies. Please like the video as you are coming in. Like the video and tell me why you all did not tell me about the crazy bridesmaids' budgets. Oh my goodness. Have you been a bridesmaid lately? Have you been asked to be a bridesmaid lately? Have you had to come out of your pocket with crazy, crazy cash to be a bridesmaid? Ladies, I did not realize that the struggle was really real. I haven't been a bridesmaid in many years. And this is something that typically happens when you're 20, maybe early 30s, as all your friends are getting married. But ladies, I had no idea that the budgets were as crazy as they are. And the average cost of being a bridesmaid, well, we're going to watch this really quickly. So I, get all sorts of stuff in my YouTube feed. And one of the things that I got in my YouTube feed was this: a look at bridesmaid debt. This is our good friend Robin Roberts over there at ABC News. And like people are going into serious debt being a bridesmaid. But before we do that, Tori and Dreams in the house. Hello, everybody. This is Messy Money Topics. We get to kiki. Yes, it's a Monday. We could talk about heavy stuff, but we don't want to. We want to talk about the light stuff, the fun stuff. So today we're going to talk about being a bridesmaid and the money you got to spend in order to be a bridesmaid. So let's watch here as Good Morning America tells us about bridesmaid debt.
Now with our GMA cover story, the new bridesmaid burnout. With bridesmaid duties costing thousands of dollars on average, some women are now going into debt for their friends' weddings. Elizabeth Schulte joined us with the details. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Hey, good morning, Michael. And I can tell you from personal experience, being a bridesmaid is about a lot more than picking out and buying a dress. There are other expenses, gifts, and trips that can quickly add up. And now some bridesmaids are admitting it's driven them thousands of dollars into debt.
I'm ready to party.
One of my favorite movies of all time. Yes, yes. Bridesmaid was that movie. Yes. Hey, Erica. Good to see you. Welcome to Messy Money Topics. Y'all, people are spending on average a couple $1,000s to be a bridesmaid. On average, y'all.
With wedding season in full swing, so are the bachelorette parties.
Oh, delicious stupid cookie. I think I'll...
Bridal showers and dress fittings.
Did you all ever watch that 27 Dresses movie? I love this one as well. I'm a bit of a rom-com girl, so, I go to the movies to escape. And yes, that 27, I was like, damn, girl, and you're an assistant living in New York and you're in 27 weddings for people? Oof, the budget.
Very pretty. You feel pretty?
Adorable.
For many bridesmaids, the increasingly extravagant festivities are taking a financial toll and tipping them into debt. According to The Knot, the average cost to be a bridesmaid is about
The average cost to be average, ladies, average. That means there are people who are spending more than $2,000 to be in somebody else's wedding. Lady. I shouldn't laugh, but look, stuff is expensive right now. Things are expensive right now. You're getting married, and I got to come out of pocket another $2,000 for something that's not even my wedding. Ladies. When I saw this, I saved it. I was like, we have got to talk about the average cost of being a bridesmaid. $2,000. And people are going into debt for this. So let's see what else they have to say.
$2,000. That includes $1,300 for the bachelorette party.
Why am I spending $1,300 for a bachelorette party? I mean, look, bachelorette party, can we just go to somebody's house, everybody bring a dish, everybody bring a glass, we call it some wine, or your favorite liquor? What? I know people going to Vegas and stuff like that. I get it. It's just like, whew. I don't know. I couldn't do it, but let's keep looking.
$250 for wedding and shower gifts, $250 for hair and makeup on the big day, and $130 for the dress.
So the dress is the cheapest thing. If you just bought the dress, you do $130. If you just bought the dress, it's really you going to the bachelorette party, which is in Vegas somewhere, most likely, or Miami. You gotta get there. So you got airfare, you got hotel, you got car, you got drinks, you got food, all of that stuff. If anything, looking at this budget, you could tell somebody, look, I will be there on your day. I will spend for the dress. I will spend for the hair and makeup. I will give you a $50 gift card for you and your hubby. And other than that, I'm out. Like a $1,300 for what bachelorette party? Bachelorette party. Oh my goodness. So Sydney is in the building. I was a part of 3 weddings within 1 year in 2021. I spent around $1,500 for 2 of those weddings individually. The third was about $700. Yeah, and the prices have gone up since 2021. Touring Dreams is saying, yeah, I think in 2017, I paid almost $2,500 for 4 weddings, no debt. Look, these weddings are a trip. I had a couple of girlfriends ask me if I wanted to be in their weddings. I was like, no. This was, when I was in my 20s. I was like, no, I'll be there on your big day, but no, I'm not being at anybody's wedding. So well, their weddings. I was close to them, but I wasn't close enough to them to want to spend this kind of money. But let's keep watching.
Yes.
looking back, there was a lot of red flags, and I should have said something.
Daniela Reyna says she ended up going nearly $1,500 in debt to pay for her maid of honor responsibilities.
What was expected was one thing, but then it kept mounting up.
Ladies, I just don't think we can do any better. This is...
So here's the thing. It depends on the bride when it comes to what this young lady is saying. Let's go back here. She's saying that things kept mounting and mounting up. It depends on the bride. Some brides are really cool. Some brides will understand that you're on a budget, like this is how much I have budgeted, period. And that's it. And then other brides will be bridezilla. You have to know your friend. And you know your friend. You know your friend is crazy or if she's sane when it comes to her getting married and what you're expected to put in. She also should understand what your budget is, what you're trying to do. Are you trying to buy a home? Are you trying to save for retirement? Are you trying to do something big? You're trying to get your education and you don't want to go into debt, student loan debt. Your friend should respect you if you don't got it like that. Your friend should respect you if you're like, hey, look, I'm going to be there for your special day. Even though I don't like him. How many of us feel like that? The one friend that I had, honestly, and she is divorced. She got divorced quickly. The one friend that asked me if I wanted to be a maid of honor, the other reason why I said no was because I knew. I was like, I'd be damned if I become a maid of honor and spend money just for something I know is going to be a train wreck. How many of you have ever been sitting in the pews like, this marriage is going to be a train wreck, and then you want me to spend $2,000 to be in the wedding for it? Oh, no, 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 no. So, as I was saying with this young lady who's on the screen here, she said that she was maid of honor and she knew she couldn't afford it. And then things kept mounting up. It kept getting greater and greater. And now she's $1,500 in debt for something that wasn't even her wedding. So, sweet ladies in the building, and so is Farida. Welcome to Messy Money Topics. This is all about bridesmaids. Let's see what else we have here.
Mounting up.
Ladies, I just don't think we can do any better.
And see, this young lady here, how many of you saw Bridesmaids, the movie? Put a one in the chat if you saw Bridesmaids, the movie. I love Bridesmaids. It was a little raunchier than I would have liked, but still, it was hilarious. And shout out to Melissa McCarthy for being the breakout star of Bridesmaids. But the woman in the front here, Rose, I forgot what her name is. I know her name is Rose in real life. See, you end up with a bridesmaid who doesn't have what do you call it? She's got money. She doesn't have any kind of budget, and you're on a budget, and she will be the one that causes the budget to go out of control. Oh, we have to get this $800 dress. Oh, we got to get these shoes. Oh, we got to go to the best hotel for the bachelorette party. Oh, now we all have to chip in to get the bride this, that, and the third. Look, she'll be the one that caused you to go broke. See, Farida has seen Bridesmaids. Tori and Dream seen Bridesmaids. I love Bridesmaids. I thought it was a great movie. Torn Dreams is saying, what saved me was my sister is a hairstylist and my mom is a retired makeup artist. Nails were already a part of my budget, so I know that saved me $1,000. Good for you. Yes, look, if I had not seen this Good Morning America thing talking about average budget $2,000, I was like, what? That means there are people paying $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to be a bridesmaid, y'all. A bridesmaid. What? Eric is saying, my wedding is in November. I'm paying for some of things such as makeup, jewelry, etc. for my maid of honor. She's a teacher. Oh, good for you. See, that's a responsible bride. Like, our friends shouldn't be going into debt because of, us getting married. That's not fair. It's not fair. Let's see what else they're saying here.
This is This is beautiful.
That is gorgeous.
And this was $800 back in the day. That I think this movie's like 10 years old. So
This is $800. I'm kidding. It's on sale.
Some bridesmaids now say they're putting thousands of dollars of wedding-related expenses on their credit cards on top of other debt like student loans or medical bills.
This can create really lasting financial difficulty for people.
Financial advice columnist Charlotte Coles says be upfront with the bride about your financial situation. Consider going in on a group gift or politely opt out of events like the bridal shower.
It is always okay to say, look, I really want to support you in other ways, and I care about you and I love you as a friend, but financially, I just can't do this.
And if you're the bride, be realistic with your squad. Set a clear budget for them in the same way that you would for the rest of your wedding costs.
I think just having that open communication with everyone was so important.
Planning a budget in advance is key. Here at Bella Bridesmaids, they recommend ordering your dress 7 months out from the wedding date to avoid any late shipping charges or tailoring fees. Once you get that save the date, consider it the starting point to put money aside every month for the bridesmaid festivities. It's a lot easier to put $20 aside a month than it is to put hundreds or thousands of dollars all at once.
put $20 a month on the side. The average budget for a bridesmaid is $2,000. If we're if you're, let's say, to keep the math simple, I'm gonna pull out my calculator here. Ladies, let's pull out our calculators here. So if I'm spending $2,000 over, and I'm going to budget it over a 6-month period, I have to put aside $333 to not go into debt. I don't know about your budget, but my budget, $333 for somebody else's wedding, $333 a month for 6 months to be in somebody else's wedding. This is not $20 a month. See, this is where Good Morning America is trying to fool us. My friend wants me to spend $2,000 to be her bridesmaid, and you're telling me, yes, put money aside every month. Order your dress 6 months in advance, 7 months in advance. I got to put aside $350 a month? Then they're saying prioritize high interest debt and pay more than the minimum balance. So basically, instead of avoiding debt, go into debt and just pay it off. But let's see what else they have to say here. Good Morning America.
Once. And if you are using a credit card, you always want to prioritize paying off that high interest debt first. And whenever you can, pay more than your minimum balance. Guys.
A lot of good advice there.
Yeah, well, I think we're all a little silent on this one. Thank you, Elizabeth. It's expensive.
I mean, you should be able to. I mean, if you're asked to be in a wedding, that means you're a good friend. So you should be able to tell your friend, I can't do this.
But also as a friend, you know your friend's situations too. If you're that close to invite them to be in your wedding, that you know, I almost feel like what you can ask and what you shouldn't ask them to do financially.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Michael had made sense. Michael Strahan made sense. Did I have a large wedding party? I did not have a large wedding party. In fact, I got married at home. We had a justice of the peace. So we had some family and friends over. And my wedding cost less than $1,000. So, and I did not have any bridesmaids. So no, I actually was the exact opposite. I had a very, very small wedding. Mary is here saying between the dress, the makeup, hair, nails, travel, bachelorette party expenses, it can easily get up there. I spent about $3,000 all in for an out-of-state wedding. My goodness, Mary. You know, I had no idea that these bridesmaid budgets were crazy. I mean, you know what you could do with $3,000? Like, everybody, I'm like really thinking about it. What could you do with $2,000 to $3,000? If somebody gave you $2,000 to $3,000 today and said, here you go, like the super majority of us would be like, yes, financial windfall. I got a little something, you know, I got more breathing room. So Alonzo, salute. Alonso is married. I wonder, I wonder how much his bridesmaids paid for his wedding. Mary is saying, and that was cheap considering she didn't choose an expensive dress. My goodness. No, Good Morning America ain't helping. That lady's talking about, well, if you're going to put it on your credit card, pay off the high interest debt first. At least Michael Strahan was like, look, if you're a bride, like, use some common sense. You know your friend can't afford $3,000 to be in your wedding. And some of us, this is a very good point. Some of us need to be honest with our friends up front. Some of us know, you know that friend, you know that she's going to initially say yes to you saying you have $1,000 budget, and she's going to throw stuff in and throw stuff in. And some of you, it's not your friends. Some of you, it's your family members. It's your sister. It's that cousin that you grew up with. It's that aunt. It's that, what do you call it? Niece, etc. A lot of us, especially in Black America, I don't know, like part of it is our friends, but the other part is our family members. And these people will have our budgets all like messed up crazy. The more I think about it, $2,000 after taxes, if you're making 80 grand a year, that's a nice size portion of your budget to be in somebody's wedding. I'm not saying you shouldn't be in the person's wedding. I'm not saying, that you shouldn't have fun. You shouldn't celebrate with them. I'm just saying we had our Rich AF discussion yesterday on Zoom. You got to have fun in your budget. You have to have that money in your budget. And if it's not there, if you're looking at, hey, my fun budget for the year is $3,000. Do I really want to spend $2,000 on this wedding? Or do I want to take my $3,000 and go to Atlantis in the Bahamas for 5 days and sip on some mojitos and, and dance the night away, all in vacation, right? So we just have to be smarter. Alonzo is saying not much, but the wedding itself was about $30K. Yeah. So $30K, depending on when you got married, I know you've been married for a long time, is not that bad. So Torian Dreams saying, my cousin paid for our bridesmaids' dresses for our wedding, so that was the only wedding that didn't cost other than gifts. I like that. And a gift, like I have, depending on the friend and how close I am the friend, I do anywhere from $50 to $100. I just personally don't go beyond $100. If they have expensive stuff on their registry, I go to wherever their registry is and I get a gift card. I'm just like, well, here you go. And that way I can set the budget instead of having other people like take a huge chunk of my budget away for their wedding, especially if I don't like the man. Like I told you, I've been to a couple of weddings where I'm like, this is about to be a train wreck. This is about to be a train wreck. Why am I going to invest a lot of money into this? Oh my goodness. Yes, I said it and I mean it. Okay, so this is another one. Once, like, you know how YouTube is. Once you watch something, they start feeding you other stuff. So this is from Say Yes to the Dress. Bridesmaid only has $20 budget for her dress. Let's watch this. And if I get demonetized for all this stuff, oh well. I want to kiki with my girls and have a great conversation about these bridesmaids these bridesmaids budgets, being a bridesmaid. Let's watch this.
Good. Who's the bride?
I am the bride. I'm Rebecca Nichols, and my fiance is Davis Williamson, and he's a Marine. We're planning on getting married at sunset. It's actually at a barn. This whole getting married thing is very intimidating for me. I don't like to be the center of attention. I have been wedding dress shopping a few times, and every time it just turns into a fiasco, so I do not have a wedding dress. Today, I brought my 5 bridesmaids: Rachel, my older sister; Sarah, my younger sister; Annie and Heidi, who are my college roommates; and Krista, who is my childhood friend, and my mother is also here.
What are you looking for, Rebecca?
We're actually looking for all different style dresses, and colors are not particular either. They can have different color dresses too.
So a bride that doesn't know what she wants. Okay, a bride that doesn't know what she wants. Let's keep listening.
I don't really know what you're looking for, is what you're telling me?
I am not a very controlling bride, so my girls are going to have full range of the dresses that they pick, and I probably will sit back and just take it all in.
A red flag went up right away for me because this bride's vision is a big mess. I think the challenge here is going to be making it look like they're not just there for, a barn dance. Well, I'm not sure if I even know where to start, but what are you girls thinking as far as budget even?
$150 or more, $20.
That's right. The childhood friend said $20. Her budget for her dress is $20. She thought they were going to Walmart to pick up some dresses. And everybody else in that room has news for her. Let's look at their faces and then we'll be done with this.
$20 is reasonable for me.
Okay.
No, yeah, I think something a little bit more upscale.
You can work it out?
Yeah. I would think the most opinionated would be Krista. She is not afraid to say it like it is and to say her opinion. Rebecca's kind of scatterbrained, and she kind of needs other persons to guide her into what she'd like.
So I'm not going to play all of this for you. Turns out this young lady here, let's find her here. This young lady here who said $20, she's a single mother. They didn't say that the other young ladies that are with her are mothers, but they specifically pointed out that this young lady here is a single mother. And I'm sorry I put it on that, her face looking like that. But anyway, so that's the bride here. So look. You have to not only know the bride, you have to know the other bridesmaids as well. Because like I said, sometimes it's not the bride that causes the budget to go up. Sometimes it's the other bridesmaids, especially the maid of honor, saying that she's running things and we have to have, we got to go see Usher when we go to Vegas. And not only can we go see Usher, we got to be in the front row so he could sweat all over us. And then we got to go to this expensive place and get shots. And we got to get the Patron from the top of the, the top cabinet and all of this stuff. All righty now. Sammy, I haven't seen you in a long time. Hey. And you're saying you started wedding registry on Amazon and eloped. Oh, good for you. I know you've been married. I don't know how long, but definitely know you are definitely married. So this is the final one I have here. This is the final one that I have. This is the Bridezilla is almost too extreme to believe. This is from the Young Turk. So we're going to watch this and then I'll take final comments.
To social media to get some opinions on cutting ties with her Bridezilla friend after she was asked to put almost $20,000 on her credit card.
20 grand to be a bridesmaid, y'all. 20 grand to be a bridesmaid. Put it on a credit card, girl. You'll discover later on her friend Bridezilla is going to say, just get an Amex. and put it on the Amex. Let's keep listening.
Some brides do have expensive taste, and TikTok user Kooky Mookie got overwhelmed when her friend was going a little overboard. This is a screenshot of the text she sent to her. Kooky Mookie wrote, "Hey, are you available to talk this week? I really am just not sure I'm going to be able to afford everything. With the outfit and trips, we're nearing $20,000, which is basically my student loan payment. I know how special you want this day to be, but is there any way we could reconsider some of the events and clothing?" The bride was quick to say no and say, "Just go into credit card debt." She replied to Kooky, "Hey girl, sorry to say, but unfortunately not really. And I did lay this out in my bridal party PDF. I'm not sure why it's such a surprise. Actually, I'm sure you've been budgeting this for a while. You're included because you're my best friend, and I think you really represent me well for my big special day. I'd ask for you to please just find a way to make it happen, you know? It's once in a lifetime. Don't you have a high budget Amex? In a pinch, maybe you could use that and figure it out later. Sorry, just don't really know what else to say." The bride followed that up with another suggestion. "I can ask Timmy if he has anything he could loan you with a little interest, if that helps. Maybe like a $20K loan, would need to be paid back." Before Mookie had a chance to respond, the bride sent this incredibly ballsy follow-up message. "Are the girls planning something special to gift me at the bachelorette party? Just want to make sure you're thinking of it. No pressure, this is just the most stressed I've ever been planning this and for everyone to enjoy, and I really think I could use a treat." Crying emoji, laughing emoji with a gift from bridesmaids. So frightening.
Yeah.
Her friend is like, "Girl, don't you have a high Amex? Don't you have an Amex with a high back? Girl, just put it on there. Or maybe Timmy, whoever Timmy is, can give you a $20,000 loan. It's got to be paid back with interest, but you know." Now, I will say one thing. If Mookie Tookie, or whatever her name is, the bridesmaid, if she knew that the budget was going to be $20,000 in advance and she didn't tell the bride in advance, then that's on her. Also, if Mookie Tookie was very good friends with the bride and she knew how her friend was and she didn't say, "Look, I can only afford $1,500. Anything over and above that, I'm not going to be able to participate." If you don't say that in the very beginning, that's on you. Fortunately, we as Black women, we, for the most part, tend to speak up. Sometimes we don't, but for the most part, we do. However, if this was some sort of budget increase, budget creeping up, I am team bridesmaid. I'm even team bridesmaid with regards to, I'm not going $20,000 in debt. $20,000 in debt to be your bridesmaid? You must be crazy. But y'all, yes. First of all, hit the like button for me. Don't forget to hit the like button. Second, tell me either how much you've ever spent to be a bridesmaid, because we're still taking that question. Answer that. How much have you ever spent to be a bridesmaid? Or how much have you heard other people spending to be a bridesmaid? But some of these bridesmaid stories are crazy. Absolutely crazy. So Samri is saying, "My dress was sent from Ethiopia a day before the court date. It's amazing how fast they made a dress with my chosen color and sent it over with an immigrant to the East Coast." Samri's also saying she's been married for 3+ years. Congratulations. Erica's saying, "Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. You want 20 grand? You want me to go $20,000 into debt? Putting it on my Amex?" Some of those Amexes you actually have to pay at the end of the month as well. So, the bride is like, "I'm just so stressed." You put the $20,000 on and you figure it out later. Okay. Sydney is saying, "Find a way to make it happen. She had to go." Yes, that's crazy. If I'm your friend, if I'm your true friend, why would I want to put you in that kind of financial predicament? Makes no sense. Live Lovely is saying, I like the confidence at least. Yeah, look. And we can still be friends. We can still be friends. I'm just not going to be in your wedding spending $20,000, getting into debt $20,000. Even if I had $20,000, I'm not spending $20,000 on being anybody's bridesmaid. I'm just not doing it. I'm like, somebody else is going to have to pay this bill. Sammy's saying, I was chilling in my car in the mall parking lot when a guy parks next to me and said, you're very beautiful. My hair is a mess from the BC's perspective, but it seems to be exotic to non-Black women and men. Absolutely. They love it. They love it. He asked if I'm single, and I pointed to my ring. Then he was like, still, are you open for fun? When did this happen, Samry? Did this just happen? Like, no, I'm not open for fun. No, shop is closed. The only person I'm having fun with is my husband. I don't know you. Shoot. We're saying, I'm glad we eloped. There's too much drama unless you know exactly what you want and are not a pushover. People have so much advice. That is true. That is true. If you are a bride dealing, my wedding, dealing with my mother-in-law, I will never tell you the stories. But yeah. So, oh, Dawn to Earth. Yeah, look, this is a pop-up with regards to us talking little messy money topics. Most of the time I try to make it, but it depends on what's happening on my day or in my day. But today was a good day. It was kind of light. I closed the loan on Friday. I have a couple of other loans that I'm trying to get through at the beginning of next week. So had a lull in my calendar and I decided to fill it in with a messy money topic, talking about being a bridesmaid. So Jennifer, I don't think I've seen you before. Nice to see you. Hello. She'll give her a hard time after the fact if she bows out, or she'll be resentful that she did it and went into debt. Doesn't seem like a win either way. I agree with you. I definitely, the friend will resent going $20,000 in debt for being a bridesmaid. Yeah, I would very much resent having to pay back $20,000 to be a bridesmaid. Yep. And then the bride will resent it if she bows out. But here's the thing. Do I care more about myself and my financial well-being or my friend's feelings? And the truth is, if I come to you as a friend and I say, look, this budget is now $20,000. I don't have $20,000. And you give me a hard time. You end up resenting me. You end up becoming mad with me because I no longer want to be a bridesmaid. $20,000, I can understand if it was $200, right? Because for the most part, we can eke out $200, right? $20,000? No, you lost me. You lost me. And if the bride does not speak to that bridesmaid again, then they were never really friends. Dawn Earth is saying, if I get married, I'm eloping and avoiding the extra expenses for everyone. 20K, I know she lying. Peace out, homie. Not only $20,000, Dawn Earth, she wanted her to put the $20,000 on an Amex or borrow it from some other person named Timmy and pay it back to Timmy with interest. Yes, girl. Depending on how long it would have taken her, she was saying $20,000 is the total amount of my student loan. So instead of paying Like if I had $20,000 cash, I could give it to the federal government, pay off my student loans, or pay to be in your wedding. Like, ma'am, stop. Oh, it's your first time commenting. Well, welcome. Thank you so much for commenting. Love it. All right, ladies. So that is Messy Money Topics. I don't know what to tell you about these bridesmaid costs. Average, according to the knot, the average cost of being a bridesmaid is $2,000. $2,000 is the average cost of being a bridesmaid. If you make $80,000 a year after taxes, you probably bringing home about $55,000. 2,000 of that will go to one wedding to being a bridesmaid. I don't know. Cherie would be my friend. I love you, but I'm sorry, I can't do that. I will be in the pew. I will be rooting you on, even though I don't like that man, but I will still be rooting you on. No, I'm not buying anything expensive from your bridal registry. I'm going to go wherever you're registered and get a little gift card for you for $50. I'm wearing something from my closet. And yeah, that's going to be about it. Going to be about it. $20,000 is conventional home loan down payment back in 2021. Yes. It's closing costs. $20,000 in a lot of places is closing costs. You could buy a home, Farida. You could buy a home. At least if you were borrowing $20,000 to pay for closing costs to buy a home, at least the chances of that home appreciating in the super majority of places is like high. $20,000. Once I'm done with your day of being a bridesmaid, I probably can't wear the dress again. I probably can't wear the shoes again. Wherever we went for the bachelorette party, I can't do that again. I can't use that again. Shoot. You know what you could do with $20,000? Gosh. All right, ladies. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me for Messy Money Topics. Hit the like button on your way out, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, ladies. Night. Donna Earth is saying, can we have a future discussion on the growing home insurance rates and if there's anything a future homeowner can do to prepare or offset? Yeah, we can definitely do that. And yes, you can invest $20,000 in the SPY FT ETF. Yes, absolutely. All right, ladies, take care.